Well, I guess I am live. I'm altogether new at this. I've had some people ask me for Truth Matters to weigh in on this unusual election cycle that we are in. Um, I'm thinking that might be defeating the purpose of Truth Matters as entering into the fray of partisan politics. Reminds me of a whole lot like me as a pastor many years ago, getting involved in the fray of disputes which I had no business being involved in. Has that ever happened to you? Um, Once in the Gospels, someone came up to Jesus and they said, Lord, demand that my brother divide up the inheritance among us. And what did Jesus say? How did he respond? He said, Man, he said, who made me a divider over you? Jesus was a whole lot smarter than I was. He stayed out of the fray. And I think that's a very good advice for us most of the time, not to involve ourselves in places that is not really our concern. But it's so difficult at times not to get sucked in. What's that Facebook meme I see often? Not my circus, not my monkeys or something. Well, sometimes it's easy to get pulled in. Wonder if that's what Jesus meant when he said, turn the other cheek. That's a problematic saying for many people over the years. Was Jesus saying, stay out of it, don't stoop to stay above it? That's what I think it means to turn the other cheek. Don't get sucked into the fray. And speaking of division in our country right now, it seems, I had long thought that it was Abraham Lincoln who made the statement, and he did, a house divided against itself will not stand. A common sense saying or idea that almost anyone would agree with. A house divided against itself will not stand. I found out later, of course, that an even wiser person than Honest Abe first made that statement, as he was quoting Jesus when Jesus said, if Satan cast out Satan, then his house is divided, whenever it was said of Jesus that he worked miracles by the power of the devil. A house divided against itself will not stand. It's just a good idea for us to stay out of the fray, and the central purpose of Truth Matters, the central tenets of Truth Matters, number one, I thought of this idea many years ago, reading the works of Harry Frankfurt, a retired professor of philosophy at Princeton University. He wrote a book on truth. Many people say, as I've heard it said often, well, you have your truth and I have my truth. Truth is relative. It's in Jesus Christ Superstar that Pontius Pilate tells Jesus, you have your truth, or mine the same as yours. This so captures the spirit of our age, the spirit of our time, when it's imagined that truth really doesn't matter. Its truth is trivialized. You have your truth and I have mine, and truth is a relative thing. Truth is up for grabs. This, earlier, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And then as he stood before Pilate, Jesus said, those who love the truth and follow after the truth are my followers. The whole point of this program of Truth Matters is to establish a new order, one that takes truth seriously. Of course, we may not always know what it is, but I have a passion for truth. Truth is what I take most seriously. And then the prequel to On Truth by Harry Frankfurt is an earlier work, the prequel, which is On BS. You know, of course, what the initials BS stands for. A striking thing in this book, as Harry Frankfurt details, that there was so much BS out there. Harry Frankfurt said, I wanted to undertake a systematic study of it to know exactly what it is. And what did Harry Frankfurt find? This is what he found. Most interesting, fascinating, I believe. He found that the purpose of the lie is to lead one away from the truth. The liar takes truth with the utmost seriousness. A liar does not want you to know what the truth is. And hence, Frankfurt says the purpose of the lie is to misdirect one. Also, in John's Gospel, when Jesus refers to the devil, interestingly enough, he says he is a liar and the truth is not in him. In any kind of relationship, especially a business relationship, when someone is lying to you or you suspect that, it goes without saying that one should be very, very wary. As I am a realtor by day, my day job, I have an ethical responsibility to disclose, to be utterly upfront, to tell the truth, to be truthful. I have an ethical responsibility to that end. What a concept. BS does not take truth seriously at all. It may be true or it may not be true. Whereas the lie takes truth with the utmost seriousness. The liar doesn't want you to know the truth. For the BSer, for BS, truth is incidental. That is, truth does not matter. Now, Bill Maher, with whom I greatly disagree as a committed Christian, Bill Maher has said the greatest casualty of this past election is the erosion of facts, the erosion of truth. Truth no longer matters. Well, I agree 100% with Bill Maher on this contention that truth matters. Thanks for checking in. Give me your thoughts. Let me know. I look forward to hearing from you.